But good God, man, LA Knight was balling in this match. In my opinion, he was the MVP of this match. And it sucks that usually the guy who's the MVP of the match doesn't really ever get the Money in the Bank unless you're like Damian Priest, because that's usually what happens in Money in the Bank. The one that's balling out never really gets the win. And it sucks for LA Knight because that video that my mutual did post was about Triple H saying that good things come to those who, or great things come to those who wait. Not even just good things, great things come to those who wait. I don't believe a piss poor U.S. title reign and then another piss poor U.S. title reign were the great things in my opinion. He did really much of nothing during that U.S. title reign. You didn't kind of evolve his character in any way, shape, or form. You didn't give him any kind of like good feud. You had him ruin a Game 7 instead of giving him a good feud against somebody. Then you had him get dethroned by Shinsuke, which literally led to nothing because Shinsuke did nothing with that run either. You did absolutely nothing with this man's run, so that couldn't have been the great thing. Then in 2024, you had the big opportunity to put the Money in the Bank briefcase onto LA Knight. He could have dethroned, I don't really know, because even when I look at 2024, it's just like, you clearly already had some long-term stories set up there with Jay and with Gunther. So, you know, you needed Jay to eventually be the guy to dethrone Gunther, I guess make it even bigger. But you did nothing really with that storyline either, though. So there's that. I don't, oh, man. And then on the other side, you had Cody. You probably wanted to have LA Knight dethrone Cody because you had Cena wanting to dethrone Cody. You could have done 2023, but you really wanted Damian Priest. So you could have the whole big breakup of the Judgment Day be at SummerSlam. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know when LA Knight gets his opportunity because it's just like WWE just runs off of long-term storytelling. And right now, he's not dethroning Seth Rollins. So you're not going to. So you couldn't even put the Money in the Bank briefcase on to LA Knight because he wasn't going to dethrone Seth Rollins. That's just already a thing. That's going to likely be Sami Zayn or CM Punk or maybe even Roman Reigns. One of them is going to happen at WrestleMania. Probably not going to have him dethrone Cody Rhodes either, even though Look, I'm not saying I put together the best storyline in the world, but I did put together a storyline where I thought LA Knight could win the Money in the Bank. Cody Rhodes would lose in his match against John Cena. Not the match at Money in the Bank. They would win that match. It'd be fine. He'd get his opportunity. But John Cena would continue to just use more and more heel tactics to get over Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes would keep fighting against the whole wanting to turn heel, even though he said he would do whatever it takes to get the Money in the Bank. To get the WWE Championship from John Cena, and we did see that during the Money in the Bank match that he was going past the ref really to get at John Cena. He was doing whatever he possibly could. So it's like, we would see that more and more and more and more, but it just would never be enough until finally Cody just snaps and he sees LA Knight with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then, he goes, when LA Knight goes to cash in the briefcase on John Cena, here comes Cody Rhodes. And then the next week on SmackDown, LA Knight would be questioning, why Cody did this. And Cody would just be like, look, dude, you were there for WrestleMania 40 with me, yet you never helped me out against the Bloodline. So clearly it feels like you're trying to take my shine. You never helping out against the Bloodline led to me having to team up with Roman because the fact that the Bloodline took out my guys KO and Randy, and me teaming up with Roman eventually led to KO turning heel. And because KO turned heel, not only did I lose more friends in Randy and Sammy, but KO also got hurt. You could throw that into like the whole kayfabe thing, but like, KO got hurt because he turned heel and all that stuff. Obviously, he has a real injury, but you could blame the injury on like LA Knight in a sense if he really wanted to, at least from Cody's point of view, because he would just be so spiraling downwards that he wouldn't be able to think completely straight. So then Cody's like, well, now I'm going to take everything from you because you try taking everything from me. It'd be full circle of Cody trying to take everything from Roman Reigns. And then Cody does get the Money in the Bank briefcase from LA Knight in like a match wherever you want to have it. And then Cody cashes in on Cena, gets the money in or gets WWE Championship, is able to quote unquote save wrestling. But it's not enough now because now Cody's the bad guy. And then eventually LA Knight would go on to get the super big mega baby face just run where he gets to dethrone Cody Rhodes and everybody's cheering and all that stuff. I'm not saying that's the greatest thing in the world, but I'm saying, like, is this not a possible thought? Is something like this not a possible thought? You could do it next year, but buddy, are we gonna? Well, no, you can't even do it next year because John Cena's retiring this year. So unless you're gonna have John Cena retire next year and then just say that this whole retirement tour was a sham, which would just be stupid in my opinion if you did, because you already kind of have been doing some stupid things this year. I don't think you want to keep doing that. It's like, I don't think you want John Cena holding the belt until all the way until like next year. Good God, that would be horrible. And you're not having LA Knight win King of the Ring either. You're not doing it. We're not getting LA Knight versus John Cena at SummerSlam. I can tell you that right now. It's either gonna be Cody Rhodes, it's gonna be CM Punk. It's gonna be one of those two. Maybe even Roman Reigns wins it to go on to face Seth Rollins if he does win, the World Heavyweight title after Monday and all that stuff. So it's like, you're not having that happen. Okay, so we're not gonna have LA Knight win King of the Ring. We didn't have him win Money in the Bank. Does he win next year? Does he like let's be real, does he win next year? Let's say Cody Rhodes wins it this year. Let's say Seth Rollins wins it this year. Seth Rollins goes on to get dethroned by, I don't know, let's say CM Punk or Sami Zayn. Okay, LA Knight's probably not going to go after those two because of the fact that they're both faces. It won't really make much sense. Who the hell dethrones Cody Rhodes? Like, what heel on SmackDown dethrones Cody? Because Cody likely gets the belt. I don't think it's going to be Roman, because Roman's probably going to be going after Seth soon. So it's like, Drew McIntyre? Are we having LA Knight cash in on Drew McIntyre? Maybe? I don't know. LA Knight has it's crazy too, because I feel like everybody's been asking so much of LA Knight. They ask LA Knight to, be more interesting. Okay, boom, Max Dupree to LA Knight. Fantastic. Then you ask LA Knight, well, then you say LA Knight can't wrestle. Okay, so if LA Knight starts adding a few more, high-flying moves in his arsenal to be a lot more entertaining in the ring. See this beautiful freaking back body suplex off the ladder. We see, missile drop kicks. We see some neck breakers off the ropes. We see some suplexes off the ropes and all that stuff. So it's like, off the top rope. So it's like, he adds things in and it's still not enough. When is it ever going to be the point for LA Knight? I hate to say this because I feel like this guy did earn this. And I know people were trying to say oh, well, one guy's put in X amount of years while this guy hasn't. Jey Uso got the Money in the Bank. Got the World Heavyweight Championship, not because of the 14 years. I think that was taken into consideration, but it's not because of the 14 years. It's because of what he did from Bloodline to now. So 4 years. 4 years. He was the right-hand man. He was an intricate part of the Bloodline storyline. He eventually became main event Jey Uso. Actually, I guess around the Bloodline storyline, but actually in the beginning. But then he officially became main event Jey Uso when he went to Monday Night Raw, got super over, merch sales, all this stuff. Okay, so he does all that, and it's enough for him to get the World Heavyweight title. But LA Knight gives you amazing match against Roman Reigns, gives you amazing 2023, gives you amazing 2022, gives you an amazing 2023, gives you an amazing 2024, and still not enough. It's still not enough. He even gave you a great WrestleMania match against Jacob Fatu when all of us thought that match was likely not going to be that good. So it's like, what does the guy do? What does this man do to be able to finally get his? He's constantly interfered on once again. Oh my God. Once again. It's the Bloodline. It's some iteration of the Bloodline getting involved in an LA Knight match. Oh my God, dude, at this point, it's becoming a headache with the blood. This is why I've said the Bloodline is not as great. The Bloodline is not as great, and it's because they're constant, it feels like they're Borutoing the Bloodline, where it's and look, mind you, I really love Boruto's anime, hate the manga. Boruto's manga is starting to make Naruto look really bad. It's starting to make Naruto look really bad to the point where people are saying that One Piece and Bleach are just clearing Naruto. The reason why they say that is because Boruto's so bad. This Bloodline storyline, just the multiple now iteration of the Bloodline and all this stuff, it's making the original Bloodline look bad. It really is. It's just so many attacks after 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 attacks. It's so many interferences after interferences after interferences after interferences after interferences. It's like, oh my God. They interfere with Kevin Owens. They interfere with Drew McIntyre. They interfere with Cody Rhodes. They interfere with LA Knight. And I feel like all of these guys got their comeuppance in the most part. KO didn't really get a world title, but I think that was never going to be KO's thing. But he did eventually get the super big storyline with Cody Rhodes and all that stuff. And he technically wasn't a world champion in a technical sense. Drew McIntyre got a Money in the Bank briefcase. Drew McIntyre got World Heavyweight Championship. Mind you, he kind of, got both of those for like 5 seconds, but still, he got them. Cody Rhodes obviously got his. Sami Zayn, you can even say, got his. Cody and actually KO and Sami both got the Undisputed Tag titles. They got a Mania main event match. So they all got theirs. If there's anybody I'm missing, Randy Orton hasn't got his yet, but I assume that that's just because Randy Orton's like 45, 46 years old, and he's a freaking legend and has all his stuff. So yada, yada, yada. Same thing for AJ Styles as well. So it's just LA Knight. It's literally just, oh my God, even Jey Uso got his by having the bloodline interfere multiple times as well. So it's like, it's literally just LA Knight who has not got his yet. And it's like, when does it happen? When is it finally time for LA Knight to get to the mountaintop? And mind you, I'm not even like, I already know what's going to happen when LA Knight gets to the mountaintop. Oh, LA Knight's boring. I want someone else to win. I want the heel to get the belt back because LA Knight sucks. He can't wrestle. He can't talk on the mic. He has no charisma. He's boring. I know it's going to happen already. I'm personally not going to say it. I'm going to be happy when LA Knight gets his because good God, man. Like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Like, I know that, like, I've even said, like, before that, like, I'm starting to kind of get less and less interested with LA Knight. And it's mainly just because he hasn't had an evolution of his character anymore. Because, like, I wish, like, he would kind of turn into, like, a tweener now at this point. But it's like, I'm less exhausted of the LA Knight run. And I'm more annoyed with Triple H and his stupid bullshit that he keeps doing with LA Knight. And not even just that, but something we're going to talk about in a minute as well. It's just like, oh, it's so awful, man. But like I said, it makes sense for Seth Rollins to win the Money in the Bank. It makes 100% sense. I just really hate long-term storytelling. I really do, because I feel like you don't need it every single damn time. You don't. Cody Rhodes did not need a year-long run with the belt. I love Cody Rhodes. He didn't need it. A good 5-6 months, lose it at SummerSlam, great. You could have ran a John Cena storyline at SummerSlam. You really could have. I don't need this shit. Like it does not need, because mind you, it wasn't even a good storyline. It wasn't, because John Cena's shit has been boring. Like, you have that long-term storytelling. And you have the What Heavyweight title has multiple different long-term storytelling besides Gunther's. Gunther's was a good refreshener. Like, after Seth lost it, it was a good refreshener with Damian Priest, Gunther, because, that was very refreshing. Not long-term storytelling. Well, no. No, Damian Priest actually was, hit that back. Gunther's wasn't long-term storytelling. Damian Priest was, because the whole Judgment Day breakup and all that stuff. But it's like, I think, how do I word this in a way that's like PG? Let me see. The same way that I feel every time I see my girl is the exact same way that Triple H feels every time he sees fans glazing the long-term storytelling. Like, when I see my girl, oh, baby, let me tell you right now. Yeah. But, like, when Triple H sees all y'all mofos online talking about oh my God, the long-term storytelling. Look at that, guys. Last year, Finn Balor was getting interfered on because Damian Priest had the Money in the Bank. So, oh my God, man, when Damian Priest got screwed over by Finn Balor, it was so amazing. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the long-term storytelling. Seth, Roman, they came in with CM Punk. Oh man, they came in as a Shield, but then they eventually had this like feud with the Shield. But then they had like this whole breakup and all. So, oh my God, guys, the main event cinema. Oh my gosh, but then Seth Rollins, like, he gets such a high off of it. This dude gets so excited by it that I think he's just not gonna stop doing it because he gets so excited by like it gets this man going more than Stephanie McMahon does. Like, oh my God, man. So I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of long-term storytelling because of this. Because he gets so excited from it. And it's just like, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. It's like, I don't want to say it's ruining WWE by any means, because I think there's not really an issue with WWE having longer title reigns. I don't really mind them, to be honest. I didn't really like when there was like 30 different title reigns in 1 year for like a damn championship. But if there was like, 10, I wouldn't mind 10 different World Heavyweight title reigns. maybe even less. If you want to, there's 12 months in a year, there's 4 quarters in a year. If there was like 4 to 5 World Heavyweight Champions per year, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't. I don't think it'd be that bad. Like, if for certain storylines need it, okay, cool. Did Gunther need to hold it from SummerSlam all the way to WrestleMania? No. No, sweetie. No. I think Jey Uso could have got that belt at any time. I think Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental Championship was better than him winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm also going to say that as well. I was more excited to see him win the Intercontinental than I was to see him win the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think WWE has got to figure out a way of not doing long-term storytelling with every single storyline. And y'all got to stop just glazing the fuck out of this, bro. I think a lot of y'all might be One Piece fans because, my goodness, man, there's a reason why Oda keep extending this damn story. My goodness, man.